The Justice Department poured cold water on a conspiracy theory some of its highest-ranking officials helped to promote. The department now says disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein did in fact die by suicide and never had a so-called client list with lots of damaging and politically important names on it. FBI Director Kash Patel and Deputy Director Dan Bongino, before they joined the Bureau, alleged cover-ups and corruption in the incarceration death of Epstein, a convicted sex trafficker. Today's announcement came after promises of big, blockbustery disclosures. Joining me now, White House correspondent for Semafor, Shelby Talcott, congressional reporter for NOTUS, that's News of the U.S., Daniella Diaz, and our Department of Justice reporter, Jake Rosen. It's great to have you here at the family table. Thanks so much. Happy Monday. Jake, walk our audience through what was now released, or what has been released by the Trump Justice Department, and how much it differs from the exaggerated, overheated claims made before those who now release it were in positions of authority.
Well, we've heard these claims for years, going back before President Trump's even first term, about what Jeffrey Epstein was doing, the connections between President Trump and other high-profile politicians, including the Clintons and a number of other people, and Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking operations that he ran. What the Department of Justice put out today and sent to reporters and posted online was a two-page memo in which they said that, according to their investigation, that all evidence shows that Epstein did, in fact, likely commit suicide in that cell, and they released 10-plus hours of video footage in which you can scrub through it. Nobody enters that cell in the day and hours in which it's alleged that he died. In addition to that, they also said that no further documents would be coming out about this case, effectively ending the public disclosures that the Trump administration has been doing with everything from JFK, RFK, MLK, and these Epstein files. In addition to that, they said there is a systematic review, said there was no so-called client list, which has been at the center of all these, in which they've said that there is some kind of list, which even Elon Musk said a couple of weeks ago, including high-profile names, which featured Donald Trump, in addition to a number of other people, part of this so-called cabal, right, of people who were part of this liberal elite that were, or conservative elite in this case, potentially, that were working to somehow cover up their own tracks in terms of sex.
Quickly, how has this been digested by the MAGA ecosphere?
Well, in February, Attorney General Pam Bondi had some people at the White House, top Trump acolytes online. They all walked out of the Oval Office after meeting with Bondi, held up binders that said the Epstein Files Part 1. All of that stuff, it turned out, was already publicly in the sphere. One of those people, who goes by DC Drano, called it shameful that there was a cover-up. We saw Congressman Anna Paulina Luna say that she was completely disappointed by what happened today, and Elon Musk said this is the final straw of a cover-up, and actually said there have been 0 days since there have been additional arrests, basically mocking this idea or belief that there was some kind of arrests coming as a result of this.
Speaking of Elon Musk, over the weekend, though the FEC paperwork, which is necessary to form any kind of political party, is, let us say, fuzzy, to put it mildly, said there's a third political party that he's going to start and possibly bankroll with target lists for those in the Senate and select House races. Shelby, your sense?
Yeah, I mean, this is extremely difficult for Elon Musk or anyone to pull off. And it's
at least
also,
get the FEC paperwork down straight.
Exactly.
Come on, let's start there, kids.
There's a lot of steps that need to happen still for this to actually be legitimized. Yes. The White House is sort of dismissing all of this right now. But I do think a question to keep in mind right now is, does Elon Musk continue to sort of probe and push Donald Trump's buttons? Because if that happens, we've already seen Donald Trump sort of threaten Elon Musk's businesses and the government work that he does with those businesses. Is that going to actually become a reality? Is Donald Trump and Doge, which of course Elon Musk spearheaded, going to start going after Elon Musk's effort? That's where the real news is. You know, I think there's a lot of skepticism that Elon Musk is going to be able to successfully launch his own political party and successfully going to be able to primary a whole host of Republicans, because remember, he said that he was going to try to primary anyone who voted for the bill. That ended up being the vast majority of Republicans in Congress. That's a really big feat.
Daniel, let's pick up on that. He did not have nearly the influence he thought he might have, getting Republicans to vote against the bill in its waning moments in the Senate or the House. Tesla stock price, the last time I checked, was down 7% today because investors don't want him in politics. They want him focusing on Tesla and his other companies. Walk us through this.
Well, I think the important thing to remember, Major, is Elon Musk was the biggest individual donor to Donald Trump. So there is money backing anything he says, which is important to remember.
270 million plus, if I remember correctly.
Yes, an incredible amount of money. But what I saw in real time was when Elon Musk was side by side with Donald Trump, helping him with his agenda. And then I was there on Capitol Hill when he was tweeting against the one big, beautiful bill, and it didn't matter. In the end, it still passed because the base is with Donald Trump.
And no Republican who looked at those social media posts from Elon Musk was as fearful of a primary-inspired Musk candidate as they would be of a Trump-inspired primary candidate.
Exactly, Major. And it really shows where the power is. It's still with President Donald Trump. And President Donald Trump has been speaking out against what Elon Musk has been saying, calling him phony, saying that he shouldn't be, that it doesn't matter what he's saying, that he's losing it. So this could be something that carries no weight in actually power of Congress.
As you might notice, folks, it's been a slightly abbreviated session at the family table, but that's what happens some days. Shelby Talcott, Daniella Diaz, Jake Rosen, thank you very much. I appreciate it.